Times are a-changing. In this video, we're not going to just talk about Elon and Tesla and the Model S, but I want to apply this to innovation in general. It's going to help you see the upcoming headwinds, the tailwinds, and allow you to invest appropriately. So Tesla today has been doing pretty good. We're up 13,000 just for today and just for Tesla. And Elon Musk did a tweet. He did a tweet. This wasn't a crazy one, but it's something I want to really talk about because it highlights a very important investment principle that I want to get across. So he just shared this. The Tesla Model S is going to have a Plaid event at June 3rd at the California factory. The Plaid is the fastest, most crazy, the only thing faster than ludicrous is Plaid. And so it's the craziest version of the Model S, which is their four-door sedan. It's the fastest production car ever, 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds. So you hit the gas, now you're going 60. It's insane. This is going to be the fastest car in a lot of ways, so not just 0 to 60, but also with the quarter mile. And you might be thinking, look, I don't care about speed and the quarter mile of 9.23 seconds, but there's something important about this. This whole thing has to do with a principle for investing and finding the next Tesla. So let's compare the two fastest cars in the world. It's so fast I can't even say it. First is this, right? The Model S Plaid edition with some crazy stats, 200 mile per hour top speed, because you gotta at least hit the 200. But number two is the Bugatti Chiron. The Bugatti Chiron, great car and driver rating of 10 out of 10, looks pretty insane. The Bugatti is a two-door, two-seater with stripped out content so that it goes as fast as possible. The Bugatti gets an estimated, get this, 8 miles per gallon in the city, 8, and 13 in the highway. Now let's talk about Tesla. Tesla's got 390 mile range. So you fill it up overnight and you basically have this full tank in the morning. That's the best thing about the Tesla. It's always full. Don't have to go to a gas station. Don't have to pay for that. So much cheaper. And this is a bit of an advantage than 8 miles per gallon, and having to fill up just to travel in the city. So the Model S, if you care about something that I care about, is safety. Model S achieved the best safety rating of any car ever tested. Any car ever tested. The fastest car has the best safety rating of any car ever tested. The Bugatti Chiron does not have the best safety rating. How about autopilot? You think this Bugatti can go and do some autopilot driving? I don't think so. How about an entertainment system? Do I have to go on? Well, I should go on because there's a big old difference. And the biggest old difference is going to be price, starting at 2.9 mil. Yep, it's not missing a zero there. 2.9 million. So that is a kind of a big difference, right? The Tesla Model S starts at 79, but of course with the Plaid, it's going to go up. But the Chiron has a $3 million price tag. Of course, you can buy a nicer Bugatti Chiron because who wants the base Bugatti Chiron? Like, you might as well go for the Sport at least. I mean, if you want to really splurge, you go for the Sport 300 at 3.9 mil. But hey, let's just say 3 million for the Chiron. And the thing with this is that, you know what? It's a performance bargain, says Car and Driver. The Bugatti Chiron is a performance bargain because it's the fastest car ever, right? Well, guess what? Not anymore. So what happens when the Model X, okay, the minivan-ish Tesla, starts beating every single Ferrari in Ferrari's lineup? What happens when a family sedan, which costs, by the way, $142,000, which is a lot, but you know, it's quite a bit cheaper than the Bugatti. In fact, it's 95% cheaper. It only costs 5% as much as the $3 million Bugatti. What happens to our mindset and our psychology and our culture when the family sedan, which is arguably better in every single way, except I don't think it can go up to 300. It can't go faster than 200 miles per hour, but that's it. It beats the Bugatti Chiron in every other way, 95% less. So this means you can buy a nice 20 of the Teslas for the price of one Bugatti Chiron. Now, the point of this video was not to talk about Tesla being the fastest. The idea of what I want to talk about and how insane this discrepancy is is this idea that when innovation comes, it can often open up a better by design model. Okay, Tesla is better by design. Remember, this isn't even their Roadster that we're talking about. We're not even talking about their sports car. We're talking about their family car, their four-door family car. The Roadster is going to be insane beyond the S. But what happens when there's this better by design? So there's nothing Ferrari can do with their gasoline internal combustion engine to beat this. Okay, it's just there's these limitations, there's these physical limitations. They're never going to get the same amount of torque. The 0 to 60 is not beatable, essentially, right? So when there's massive momentum that lifts up an entire business model, that's when I don't care about bumps and obstacles along the way, right? I don't care about chip shortages. I don't care about production scaling, panel gaps, or short-term issues if I see things are moving in the right direction. When there's massive momentum for the entire business model and the entire environment and the economy, you don't want to bet against those companies, and you want to find those companies and bet on them, right? Because the entire market cap, for example, of electric vehicles is going to be the entire market cap of the entire car market, period, right? The Tesla model is a better model. So I challenge you to look at companies like this. Like, what companies have a better platform, a better solution to the current problem? Problem meaning transportation in this case. Every product solves a problem. And is the solution also going to become more and more popular in the future? When we think about eco or sustainability, right? Those are things that are just going to help Tesla over and over again as things grow. Everything in the middle, everything short term or middle term, I do not care about. I don't sweat about it. We have the Q2 earnings report coming up for Tesla, which I was super bullish on, but now because of the Bitcoin decrease, the analysts that are just looking at the profitability and they're looking at the environmental credits, they're not paying attention at the long-term actual things that are going to grow the business in years from now. There might be a little bit of a dip, who knows, right? So I want you to think different about how you approach companies. So many of us are wrapped around the short term. The short term is what YouTubers make videos on because it's content, it's news. It's way easier to just kind of talk about the now. It gets more excitement. But you got to be thinking longer term. What are the environmental or the economic changes that are happening, the waves? And is there a better model by design? And this is a perfect example of it. So let me know in the comments below, are you starting to maybe think differently about companies like Ferrari or Lamborghini when a Model X and a just mommy looking sedan or mommy looking minivan looking car is going to be able to beat any Ferrari? Is that going to change your mindset when the soccer mom is just crushing the $500,000 Ferrari? Let me know in the comments, in the question box down there, and I want to see what you think, because for me, it's starting to change a bit. So this is AI, invest wisely, and I'll talk to you soon.